Hey there, welcome to the Goth Guitarist. Today we're looking at this Harley Benton ST-62 vintage style Strat in vintage white. So, hope you enjoyed that demo. We're going to check out some clean tones briefly. Okay, so let's get straight into this guitar. Bought this a couple of years ago, hung it on the wall, left it there. It's got to be the worst Harley Benton guitar out of the box I have ever owned. It was so bad, it was unplayable, and I was so disappointed after looking at it for so long online and finally deciding to purchase it. I was so cross and upset when it arrived. I didn't know whether to send it back, do some work on it, or what. I didn't know. I hung it on the wall, I left it there, and it's stayed there ever since. And this week I suddenly thought, do you know what? I'm going to sort that guitar out and see what it's like. So I did, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. So let's get into the specs of the guitar. So the body, American basswood. We've got a Canadian maple roasted neck, which, as you can see from this video, looks absolutely stunning, unless you look close up. It's a modern D profile neck, double adjustable truss rod, 3 Roswell pickups. Now these are our Nico 5 pickups. They're not ceramic, and they're probably the best thing on this guitar. They really are good pickups, actually. Do like the sound of them. This neck pickup is stunning. It's really nice tonal qualities to it. Very warm sounding, brilliant for those bluesy lead solos, or if you want to do some Malmsteen style shred, it's perfect. You get real good clarity from it. So the pickup in the bridge gives that nice quacky Strat spank. Lovely tone. I think the pickup in the middle is a little bit muddy, to be honest with you. It's not one that I would be using very much, but these two, fantastic. Usual 5-way switch, feels good, not too cheap. Usual volume, pop and 2-tone. So when I got this guitar, I was so disappointed with it. There was so many things wrong with it out of the box. The frets were bad, the intonation was bad, the neck was too tight, one of the strap buttons kept falling off, there was some marks in the jack socket in the paintwork. The list was endless. The intonation was out, everything, you name it, it was wrong. There's tooling marks down the neck. I was so disappointed with it. I literally was in two minds whether to send it back or just chuck it on the wall and forget about it. I went for the latter option and chucked it on the wall to forget about it, because I thought at some point I will sort that guitar out. Given the price of it and the hassle of shipping it back, I just couldn't be bothered at the time, to be honest with you. It wasn't a B stock, it was a full price guitar, and I really expected more. This is the only time I've had such a bad guitar from Harley Benton. Generally they've been really good. You always expect to have to do a little bit of work on it, but I wasn't quite prepared for how much I had to put into this. Having said that, once the work was done, it's an absolute cracking guitar. I sorted out the fret ends, we've sorted out the intonation, took loads of tension out of the neck and made sure that the truss rod was adjusted correctly. Got the string height down really nicely now. It's what you would class as a low action on an electric guitar. I not floated the trem, so that is flat against the body, because when you put the trem arm in this, it really doesn't stay in tune. It's pretty rubbish actually, the trem on this, but if it's flat against the body and use it as a hardtail, the tuning stability is actually really good, and actually I think it looks better without the trem arm on it anyway. It really does. It doesn't spoil the look then. It's a nice looking guitar. So I believe this guitar comes in 2 different colours. I think you can get an Olympic white style guitar, and you can get the vintage white, which is more of a sort of off-white cream colour. I think that tends to go better with the gold scratch plate, so that might be the reason why some people are taking this off and swapping it out if you've bought the white version rather than the off-white. I don't know what the contrast would be between those two, but I find that this really sets off the body of this guitar, and actually taking off that trem arm, I think it looks great, because the trem arm just really detracts from the look of this guitar, which quite frankly is quite eye-catching. It's really nice. So if you're in the market for a vintage style Strat and you don't mind possibly putting some work in, it seems a bit mixed as to whether you get a good one or you get a bad one. I don't know if they had some QC problems at the time I bought this and they're sorted now. Get one and see how it goes. It's not that expensive really, and actually, although it's quite a lot of work to put in, if you do get a bad one, it does pay off and it's well worth doing, because you'll end up with a really nice guitar. And actually, since I've sorted all the problems out, I've played this a hell of a lot, and it really is a fun guitar to play. Good, versatile, and it looks great too. So definitely go and check one out and see if you can get hold of one. I don't know what the stock waiting times are like at the moment. I know some guitars on Harley Benton at the minute have been around about 12-week lead times. I'm personally still waiting for a Stratocaster to come into stock and a Telecaster to come into stock, which hopefully will be there shortly, and you'll see a review of those on the site. So if you've enjoyed the video today, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below if you've owned one of these, whether you've got a good one, got a bad one. Be cool to know, and whether you've done any mods to it. I'm not overly into modding guitars, but I'm always interested to hear what people have done to their versions. Drop me a note and I'll reply. Apologies for lack of videos the last few weeks. As you know, I've been writing for My Funeral Dance, and I've just released a single and 4-track EP, and I'll put links in the description to all of those, and you can go and check those out. If you're interested in listening to some of the Harley Benton guitars I've recently reviewed, so the black Telecaster and the green vintage sandblasted style Telecaster, both of those are played on my new single, Sister Love, Sister Hate. Again, I'll leave a link in the comments below to that video, or there'll be a link at the end of this video, and you can go and check that out, and you can actually hear those guitars in a proper professional mix. So that's it for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.